Okay, so coming up next. Okay, wait. Let me try to. I wanna. Yeah, I know. I just made her go. Coming up next, straight out of Chi-Town, we got Janet.
My bad. She told me to, and I.
He totally forgot, so if you want to play it while I move the mic over. Or not. If you are my dinner date, my darling, I can come up with the music there. Hi! And people who know it are starting this again. Hello, my name is Janet, and I have 3 poems, and it feels terrible I sing, but I don't have anything to sing right now, and after he's played, oh my gosh, what am I doing? But I wanted to share things from 3 brand new books. They said, push mic. Am I eating the mic? Is it too loud? All right, sorry. That's what I get for I'm going to eat the mic. I have books that I'd like to share out with you, and I'm going to read something from each of them. And they say that they should do 3 pieces. I'm going to do 4 because they're all 1 poem page each, and 2 of them fit on 1 page, so I hope that's okay. And I'm not going to be here for the next 2 weeks, or I'll be here, but when you're back on the 23rd, I'll happen to be out of town because I will be at the Laver Cup. Give it up, Tom, if you are still here. It's a tennis tournament going on in Chicago, and I'll be in Chicago that week, so I won't be able to be here to see you guys when it comes back, so I'm going to try to show off these books right now for you. First one, I am a editor of literary magazines at Scars Publications, scars.tv, and there was a collection book released of stuff from the boss lady in one of the magazines, cc&d. If anybody's interested in submitting poetry to them, you can always look at scars.tv and find them out. But I'm going to read 2 really short poems from this book that's called On the Edge. You're an angel. I haven't bought you a whiskey shot recently, but thank you for that. So I'm going to read 2 really short ones on the same page right here for you from this book, On the Edge. And the first one is called Objectifiable. I've experienced it, I don't know for how many years, men degrading women. When I was walking down the street today, a man in an ugly minivan stuck his head out of the minivan to holler at me. Wow, lucky me. I'm still objectifiable. Little mini poems. Another one. This one is a found poem that I found was really funny. I didn't actually hear this, but this is called Explaining What Condoms Are For. And this is verbatim from an 11-year-old boy to a 10-year-old boy at a men's bathroom. You put these on when you sleep with a woman so you don't have to touch her. Little boy's understanding of the anatomy. Oh my God, that's so boring. Recently, I was honored to have a book of interviews and poems released, and it's called In Depth because, well, I guess it tells you a thing or 2 about me. And one of the pieces that are in here, because I worked as an acquaintance rape workshop facilitator for years, they asked about my work in trying to be able to help women that go through these things. And so after, I'm not going to read all of the details of that to you, but I will read a poem that follows it, and it's called Women's Very Existence. I still have to take showers a lot. I mean, every once in a while, no matter how clean I am to the rest of the world, I have to go take a shower. I lock all the doors. I close the shades in the bathroom. I put a towel over the bathroom mirror. I turn the water on, piping hot, so the steam is billowing out from that bathtub. I finally undress, and then I put my foot into that, pull the curtain and I put my foot in and I burn my foot in that water. I wish I could keep my foot there just a little longer. And then I wait. I turn down the water and I wait for the water to cool down. And then I step in. And then I just put my head under that shower head. Hold my head there for a while. Catch my breath. And then I get the soap. I start scrubbing. I use the soap first, and I get the bath brush. I scrub off a layer of skin. I know this makes no sense. My skin is red from the heat, from the scrubbing, but I know I'm not getting it all off. It's down there. The molecules are embedded deep inside of me, and I'll have to rip out my organs, pull out my skin, rip out my organs before the pain goes away. But for now, all I can do is take showers. Thank you. Emotional piece. Sorry about that. And so I'm going to try to cheer it up for you and give you a little story here. On 9 to 5, working 9 to 5, you ladies, on the 5th of September, this Wednesday, which also happens to be the day that there is a reading at Half Price Books, community poetry at Half Price Books, hosted by Tom Woodruff, right on over there. That happens to be the same day that this book is released. It's a collection of stuff from past performance art shows. I'm a Chicagoan, and that's why you see a Chicago skyline on this picture. It went on chapter 18, 20, 38, 48, and this is chapter 48, volume 1. I'm going to share with you a story from this. It's within a page, and I hope you guys like it. It is from a show, and it's called Jeremy or Stallion. I was in college, working and reading the Daily Illini newspaper one February morning, where it reported that the fraternity boys, on average, drank 30 beers every month. Now, I know they have keggers at their houses every weekend, but I go to those parties, and I thought, wait, if I go to those parties, I probably drink as much as those men do. So I decided for the next month I would actually keep tab and mark it on a calendar to check for the next month to see how much I actually drank. So throughout March of this 1 year, I marked numbers on days of the month. I spent half of my spring break with my parents, so I didn't drink anything while I was there, but I spent the other half with this ex-gang member friend from Canada, which probably pretty much made up for the fact that I was with my parents for the first half of my spring break. And so it got to, in this year, March 31st happened to fall on a Saturday. So me and my neighbor, Tara, we were going to go out for the evening. I checked my wallet and I checked my calendar, and I saw that I only had 6 drinks left to go to March so that I could match up with those fraternity boys. So then I checked my wallet and I saw that I had no cash. I knew that the buses were free on campuses, so I hoped that people would be able to, friends would just buy me drinks for the rest of the night and I'd be okay. So when Tara and I stepped off the bus and entered Cochran's on Wright Street, she introduced me to one of her mild-mannered neighbor friends. Janet, this is Stallion. I asked him, what's your real name? And he said his name was Jeremy. So I said, which would you rather be called? And he said he didn't really care. Well, the world knew that I wasn't going home with this guy, and I needed some free drinks, so I asked, okay, in the heights of sexual ecstasy, which would you rather hear called out, Jeremy or Stallion?
Stallion.
He had a stunned look on his face for about 3 seconds, and then he said, I'll be right back. And he walked away. I had wondered if I'd pushed my luck on this one, if I pushed it too far, until he came back a few minutes later, extending his hand and introducing himself. Hi, my name is Jeremy. And so, of course, we were just laughing. It was a great way to actually start off that night, and everyone knew that I was out drinking on a drinking mission then. And people, of course, bought me drinks, and I surpassed my frat boy level that night. Lucky me. Until they poured me into a bus and actually brought me home. Thank you. Thank you. And if anybody's interested in any books from Stars Publications, You go to http://scars.tv and you'll find stuff out about Janet Kuypers if you're interested in any of these books or monthly things from the literary magazines from Scars. And thank you, thank you, thank you. And Lane, thank you. Thank you guys very much. Thank you, thank you.
Hey, what about my really bad Wolfman jacket?